Hello, gotta catch 'em all tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon the PureRed Romhack with me, BlueAnkylo. We went through the introduction to this hack on the first episode, so that's where you should go if you don't know what we're doing. But today, we're continuing on from Pallet Town. I've finished catching my EVs. The live chat can certainly tell me, not you guys because you can't see the overlay, how much easier it was to catch the second ones. So we caught the 3 EVs in the first route because later on we will want to catch, or we'll have the Pokédex entry for all the 3 elemental, whatever we're calling these. I think sort of cats, whatever. Anyway, so they're all, we learned in the Pokédex entry for them that they are all radioactive stones and stuff. So hey, cool, very radiation themed. I like it. I don't really intend to use anything we've caught so far, anytime soon anyway. So let's go ahead to the end of the game, the Victory Road to fight the Elite Four. It's fine. Also, probably catching some new Pokemons. So usually this area will have not Nidoran this early. I know Blue and Red had alternating male or female Nidoran species, right? But I thought they were a little bit later. I thought they were after the Boulder Gym, right? But I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure normally you get like a Mankey and a Spearow here. That might be it. Anyway, we're just going to start catching stuff. Early game. Pick up a nice big selection, right? So, Girl Nidoran. We're going to need a name. We're going to need a lot of names in the early game because we're going to be catching stuff really quickly. What do we know about these? Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has small horns. Poison type. Poison ground eventually, I believe. So, I've used some Nidorans before. Not a lot, but they get usually like a pretty good fighting move, like double kick or something, and a full Weedle run. Look. This Romhack changes a whole bunch of stuff. I want to use new stuff and evolve them. Anyway, we need a nickname for the girl with small horns, I guess. What did we learn about them? Just poisonous quills, small horn. Actually, I don't even know what a Nidoran is supposed to be. Are these like hamsters or something? Hamsters with quills? Maybe they're supposed to be like porcupines or something. Nidoran girl. It's gonna be... Chat's got like 5 seconds. I'm just looking at my timer. And if I can't think of it, I'm gonna call her... Well... Smallhorn? I was thinking that was gonna be my default backup name. Ivy sounds like a real name. I don't know if we can do that. I mean, that's good, but I like the prickly. Yeah, that's okay. You know what? We'll go with that. She doesn't have large enough horns to really hurt. She can just give you a little prick. I'll go with that. I like the ones... My preference for nicknames are vaguely relevant to the Pokemon and not just Greg. Which is a great nickname. Don't get me wrong. But, like... just calling them a real-life human or pet name is kind of... They're not real. They're Pokemon. But anyway, look, there's going to be more. Don't worry. There's going to be so many names. So many names, guys. Yeah, another not usually caught this early. It's just a cat. It's just a regular cat. Let's see how we do here. Although I am in favor of the hack adding some of these earlier in the game than... Usually you can't even find a Meowth till... I don't know, maybe on the way to the Lightning Town, right? So after Misty's, after the Water Badge and all that stuff. So after 2 gyms, you can finally catch another normal type that's probably not much better than the rat, but at least you could have used it if you... See, this would be a very good rat replacement. But yes, nickname coming up anytime now. Very easy to catch. What do we know about cats, guys? Let's learn. Adores circular objects. Wanders the streets on a nightly basis to look for dropped loose change. I guess it's a burglar cat. It is very fast. I forgot. Like, usually you can't see their stats in games. This is actually quite nice. Like, wow, that's a tier 1 evolution with 90 speed is actually like really, really high for base. Character limit is pretty long, actually. Let's see here. Total digits. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits to work with. Or characters to work with. So it's a regular cat that prowls the streets looking for money. It's just a cat that likes to do its own thing. What does a cat do with the money? What does a cat do with anything? Just collects them. Regular cat, cat burglar, street cat. I'm gonna call it, I like greed cat. That's what I've thought of. Yeah, just walks to the store, buys some catnip. It's got a dealer. Honestly, probably by the Pokemon lore standards with, you know, kids being chewed to death by rats in the grass and radiation stones in their backpacks. Having a drug-dealing Meowth buying catnip in the back alleys, probably pretty realistic for this world. Alright. I don't know. I don't think I've ever used a Meowth, so I guess he's on my list of I could use him. I don't know why you would, but I'm pretty sure there'll be more in this little patch of grass here. That's another girl Nidoran. Okay, we're gonna speed this part up a little bit. Maybe there's just the same. No, there's gotta be. Okay, well there's the boy Nidoran, so this is the alternate version. So we'll catch one of these guys. I mean, honestly, getting both Nidorans, it's a pretty quick 6 Pokedex entries, right? They evolve into their second form fairly low level, and then you can Moonstone them to the third, which that's a lot of entries. Ah, I didn't think he would die. Well, I'm sure we'll find another one in a minute. I might set up some alternate music for grind time, or speed up time. Just because it is a bit annoying, but for now this is fine. We're mostly playing on normal speed. We're not gonna be able to hit this one. I could Leech Seed it and try to, it'll do like 1 damage every turn and try to catch it before it dies, but honestly, it's probably not worth the hassle. I think as long as we're about a third or so, it should be fine. Or it might not even matter because they're just super easy to catch. I suppose Meowth, if you were comparing the Pokemons to real world, like would you actually want them in your health? Meowths are probably not too bad because they're just a cat that likes money. So you probably just throw them some coins and they'll probably be okay. They probably won't eat you while you're sleeping like some of these other Pokemons will. Alright, Spearow. We got another nickname for this guy. So this is Better Bird. If you are playing the vanilla game, I think Spearow into Fearow is basically better than Pidgeotto's line in all aspects. Like, I don't think there's anything Pidgeot can do that Fearow can't do better. So if you're ever playing along, this is Better Bird. It's just you join slightly later if you spend a minute to get it. But anyway, we don't know in the hack if it's going to be like that. So eats bugs, as usual. It flies to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. So it's Sparrow instead of Pigeon. At least it's better than a Pigeon. Still normal flying, but I believe its evolution might be different in this hack. Because the idea is to not have 3 normal flying birds. So, nickname. Yeah, no, exactly, Dark Angel. Ah, you want some catnip, eh? That'll be 100 Pokebucks. Or I'll trade you a couple caterpillars. Not Angry Bird. I guess it's not too. It is, okay. I will give you that the Fearow looks worse than the Pidgeot in terms of its sprite. Yes. Pidgeot wins in graphic design. Dang it. But I think statistically in every other manner it's worse. But we're not doing beauty contests. That doesn't matter. Not Angry Bird. Yeah, these guys, I mean, I don't know. Fearow sounds kind of angry. I don't know much. It's just a sparrow. It's a big sparrow. You know, okay. I've settled it. Its name is Big Bird. Because, well, it's a big bird. Haha! Because it's bigger than the other bird. I don't know, look. The odds of me using the thing is pretty slim, so we'll see. Anyway, we still need to find the boy, the horny boy, the one with the big horn. And usually there's a man key over here, right? Oh, wait, a third bird? There's so many birds in this game. Okay, we'll have to nickname the third bird. Uh-oh. Oh, this one's actually dangerous. This is the best of the three birds. Now, I don't want to sound complicit here, but Pidgey, worst bird. Spearow, better bird. Doduo into Dotrio, actually pretty sure strongest flying in Gen 1. I mean, there's lots of, you know, alternate versions, like, you could say Charizard's flying, or Dragonite's flying, I guess. But as far as, like, mostly pure flying goes. I believe Doduo's is just straightly stronger than the other two standard birds. But we might die. We got one chance before he pecks us to death. Come on, Pokeball. No! Come on, use Growl or something. Oh, it's called Double Kick. Yeah, we resist. Okay, Double Kick, we're fine. So we got one more try. I'm really glad the AI is stupid. How does it fly with no wings? There's a animation I watched where it spins its head like Sonic and Tails spins his tails to basically helicopter. That's how I envision it, basically, yeah. Exactly. Alright, we caught him before we died. That's what counts. What do we learn about Doduos? It's a twin bird. A bird that makes up for its poor flying. See, even the Pokedex knows. With its fast foot speed. Leaves giant footprints. I mean, it's basically just an ostrich with two heads, for now. But, look at this! Look at this! Ground? What? Ground flying is an awesome combo. Sure, birds are weak to getting hit by lightning. Not anymore! Now they're immune to lightning. And ground is usually weak to something that flying counters too, I think, right? There's some pretty good synergy in a ground flying. You know, it might not be the best, but also very good attack stat. Ground and flying do physical damage, so very good attack, pretty good speed. If we were going to pick one of the three, I honestly think this is the better one for now. Actually good bird. Walk bird, yeah. It can still learn fly, I think. Walking bird, we could call him... He had big footprints. I was trying to think of like Bigfoot is, you know, the Sasquatch thing, right? But like Birdfoot. That's pretty bad. Chicken Duo, kind of like that. I mean, it only lasts until they evolve, and then it's Chicken Trio. But it's definitely more of an ostrich than a chicken, right? Nuggets. Double bird. I was thinking, like, why don't we go... I like the theme of the doubles and the duos. I know it's going to change once he evolves, so why don't we go with multi-bird? Because this was the third bird we catch, and it will have 3 heads, so it will be multi-bird. It's the most of all birds. But Nuggets is pretty good too, for sure. You guys have some good names. I can just only ever do the one I type in. Alright, let's go heal up our poor little Charmander, who's already getting bodied by a bird that has Peck at level 3. And honestly, I think I'm going to switch it in already. Well, I don't need 3 Eevees, so. I think ground flying is unique enough that we should give him a shot. And it's certainly, in terms of Pokemons that I've normally used in my vanilla runs that I have overused, I don't know if I've ever used a Doduo. So I feel like it's thematic for my sort of rules to put the garbage bird and the garbage rat and all the radioactive cats away Put them in the computer where they belong. For now. We'll need to pull some of those out later. But I think of the ones I've seen so far, Multibird's the best. I still need to pick up the horn guy. So we still got a little bit more catching to do. I haven't seen a Mankey yet. Maybe they've been moved. But yeah, we've got Prickly. I don't mind some of these Nidorinas in the early game. But there'll be a spot in my belt for whichever one we catch. But yeah, I don't usually find it's worth grinding up too many Pokemons before the first gym, especially when you start with the hard counter to Brock and Misty. Dumpster is the rat. Because, you know, it's a garbage rat, right? Alright, we gotta find the last couple that we missed. There he is. Okay, try not to kill him, Blue. Alright, Whip it good. We actually didn't learn Vine Whip yet, but I'm sure... I'm gonna guess around level 50. I think they usually get their starter type move at like level 7 or 8, and then usually get a stronger version a little bit before evolution. We'll turn to Dumpster Rat eventually. He got it. All right, we're gonna. I can do these not recording time if it gets to be a real pain. Oh, I killed him. I just was reading chat and I just murdered the last one. I was supposed to catch him. Okay. This is good. We did less than half damage, so 2 hits and then capture. I was just talking about dumpster rats and thinking ahead, and I forgot I was supposed to catch one of these. So we will need a nickname for our horn dog here. They're not really dogs. We've already got dogs and foxes and rats. What do you think a Nidoran is? Like, what animal is it based off of? It's got big ears. They're not really jumpy like a rabbit, though, are they? I don't know what they are. I don't know what animal they're based on. Poison ground type. Nidoman? Could do that. Alright, what do we know about Nidorans? Poison pin. Stiffens its ears to sense danger. Maybe it is supposed to be like a rabbit. The larger its horns, the more... It's a horned rabbit. Could be, could be. The more powerful it's... Oh, it gets venomous too, yeah. A venomous poison rabbit, maybe. Yeah, I could see it. Alright, we need a name. We got a couple... We got Nidoman. We got... I suppose Prickly and Prickler. There is some synergy there. I will give you guys some bonus points for that. So let's just go with that. And then they can live in the computer together for a while. The Prickler. We'll just call him Prick for short. Great nickname. Okay, I've at least caught everything I've seen, so let's move on. And just for fun, I'm gonna save state. Because you can save state in this thing. I hadn't done it yet. Hey, look, some potions. That might be relevant very shortly. Surprise! Your rival stinkers arrived. Don't even have any badges. What a loser. What's he got? You watch him wipe us with one Doduo with Gus. Alright, he has a cat. The same level as my Bulbasaur. Well, let's throw out a Leech Seed. Lick? Critical. Okay, normally won't do that much damage. Isn't Lick usually Ghost type? No idea in this version what it's going to be. I might need to be using some potions on this fight, because we're really not grinded up. How much do we heal here? 1. Oh, no. Okay, Leech Seed was a mistake. Oh, boy. We can't even fight the first one. Okay, we take 4 damage from Lick. We heal 1. And we deal like 2 damage. Why did I pick Bulbasaur? This is a terrible Pokemon. Oh no. Oh no. I don't have any backups, right? I didn't want to grind. I put a rule on the side, little grinding. Oh boy. Alright, what's it gonna do? We'll growl it again. Payday, right. That's probably normal type. 6 damage. Alright, well, they gave us 3 potions. I don't like spamming items mid-fight, but honestly, we might be done. It's lowering my attack. I'm lowering its attack. I only do like 1 damage anyway. Yeah, so this random cat is stronger than Bulbasaur at the same level, I think. Honestly, Rise, that's a terrible idea. Like, how would a... It's a slightly larger rat than usual against a cat that's also larger than usual. Now, I will say, the longer the fight goes, the better Leech Seed is for us. The fact that Tackle does like 1 damage, though. Oh. Yeah, without using some potions, there's absolutely no way we win this fight. Now, also, this is just his first. He still has his starter. He's got a Charmander that probably has Ember. So, I don't know. I don't know if we can actually win this fight. There's a reason why I save first. Well, we also don't lose that much if we lose, but... We lose self-esteem. 2 potions to kill a cat. This is not good. Okay. Maybe we're gonna do a little bit of grinding after this fight. Yeah, I think if you use Payday, at least in some generations, you get a little bit of extra money when you use it, right? Okay. Now we use the potion before, well, yeah, Charmander comes out. These guys at level 3 will not do anything. We'll probably level up here, so that'll probably help. Oh, stop with the licks. Cat. Well, we lowered his attack enough so that we mostly heal through it, so that's great. Oh boy. Alright. This will help. I don't know what moves Charmander get in this one. Not at level whatever he's at. Level. Okay, how did he have a cat that was a higher level than his starter? This gives me some hope. Still, we're at a pretty significant disadvantage. He probably has Ember. We got him seated. That's great. Growl would lower his Scratch, but it wouldn't affect his Ember if he has Ember. I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, definitely all the licking is going to protect us from being burned alive. So far it's just spamming its own Growl, which sucks. Because my only offensive move, Tackle, is affected by attack downs. Although if he doesn't know Ember, and it's kind of looking like he doesn't, Leech Seed effectively wins us the fight eventually. It's just going to take forever. This is the most stalled out first rival fight I've ever had, I think, literally. Literally just Leech Seeding him, or whatever, yeah, Leech Seeding him to death while having minimum attack on both Pokemon. We can both attack for 1 damage. And I just deal 1 damage to him via Leech Seed every turn. Okay, well, you know how this fight's gonna go. Sometimes you get a crit, sometimes you won't. Looks like we win, because he doesn't have Ember. Alright. We're just gonna save everyone the 5 minutes of very, very slowly whittling away. But we get the win, right? Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I did use a couple potions, but... no, minimum 1 damage, I believe. And a crit will ignore... So, I was probably speeding up a little bit too fast, but anytime you get a crit, it will ignore the attack downs and do some extra damage because it's a crit. So those will be where you get the main work done. Of course, he could crit us back, and same thing. But... Okay. That was a little closer than I was expecting, but this is what we get for starting with Bulbasaur, basically. The 2 gyms, you know, the Rock Gym and the Water Gym will be mostly trivialized. But some of these really early encounters will be a bit rough. That's the main difference. Now, this should be the same encounter zone as the other grass patch. I'll just take a couple fights here, again, kind of quick. Obviously, we could use a level up. There's the Vine Whip. It wouldn't necessarily have helped against flying birds and fire dragons, but that's the big move that actually gives us some power. Of Of course, like I said, we're mostly fighting birds and stuff that are strong against it. Birds, bugs, and fire monsters. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be any new... Like, it took us quite a while to find that Eevee in the first zone, so I want to try not to miss anything. But I don't want to spend too long here, obviously, so... Okay, let's show off that Vine Whip, and then we'll get out of there. Use it once, and then I can check it in the move decks. It's pretty strong. So, Vine Whip is our first stab move. That means just get... I'm pretty sure it's just 50% stronger in Gen 1. And, hey, look, you can see Payday here, too. That was a pretty strong move. 60 power at low levels. That's a high power move for this point in the game, for sure. And you do get extra money if you use it, apparently. So that's cool. Scratch, 40 power. That's more like your standard early game normal damage. Vine Whip, 40 grass. So that's pretty good for grass. Grass usually has a hard time getting high power moves. And we get stab, so we get basically 60 power. And it does say special rather than physical, so that's good to know. Only 15 PP, so as usual for grass moves, low PP, low power, usually kind of sucky. Double kick, fighting style, 2 kicks, so it's really like 60 power, so that's a good one. Sand attack should lower accuracy. We'll go through these real quick for people who maybe don't know as we learn them. Tackle, the weakest normal standard starter move, 35 power. It's a little bit weaker than the 40s. Tail Whip lowers defense. Growl lowers offense. Leer lowers defense. Or I don't know, most of them, some version of those anyway. Peck is flying. So this is what our Doduo is going to use. This is probably how we're going to blast through this is what I want to do for the forest, right? Lots of bugs. Peck should make quick work out of basically everything out there. That's when I want to level up the bird in the forest. Leech Seed, just to show it off. 10 PP, never misses. Obviously drains a little bit of health every turn. You get half of the damage healed. But it doesn't do very much. And it doesn't work on grass, and it doesn't work if they switch. So, no big deal. Long-term drain. Lick, let me double check. Is Ghost? Oh, Dynamic, that's a new one too. So Dynamic means, and I think it's only Ghost, it's part of the hack. It will use whatever is highest, your special attack or your physical attack. So if you had like a Gengar that had, I think, pretty high physical attack, this would do physical damage. But if you taught it to, say, a Kadabra or whatever that has a very high special stat, it'll do special against the enemy special defense. So this is closer to like Gen 4 mechanics where it, well, it's predetermined. It would be physical or special, but this one actually kind of adapts based on the Pokemon that uses it, which is cool. So ghost stuff. Anyway, there weren't very many ghost attacks in the basic game, so 10% chance to paralyze. We're lucky that didn't hit, and relatively low power with no stab. So anyway, those are the ones we've seen. Cool. Oh, one more fight accidentally. Let's just whip it good. All right, poison strong against grass. Good to remember, because I never use grass Pokemons. So this is, we can't really go in here, just showing it off, but you gotta have badges. Now with one badge you can get through one door, and that actually opens up a thing. So I'll try to remember to come back here once I've got one badge, because I want to show off the thing. More money. Excellent. Okay. So this was all optional, right? You don't have to go this way, but that was a lot of new Pokemons to capture. And now we start heading north towards the forest and the first gym, because that gym's closed. There are new signs. I'm probably going to skip over them a lot of the times because I just ignore the background. But there are some trainer tips that are new from the Romhack. And I will try to read them if I notice. But yes, new route, so there should be different Pokemons here. Probably. Oh, ads on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's going to do that once in a while. So we got Snake! Another normal thing to throw in early in the game that normally... I think Ekans is another type exclusive, blue or red. But I should have gone. I gotta go to the Poke Center. I forgot to heal up. But normally doesn't join until around the water gym is where I think you can find either a Sandshrew or an Ekans, is I think how it works. Anyway, it looks like we got the right amount of damage here, so get in that ball. We need some more money, actually. We're already getting a bit low on Pokeballs. Alright, so... Ekans... Snake... What is this snake spelled backwards? It's really, really clever. Boy, when I was 10, just blew my mind when someone pointed it out. We do need a nickname. Moves silently and stealthily, even though it has a rattlesnake. Eats the eggs of birds, such as Pidgey and Spearow whole. It's an egg eater. Lacks legs. Well, it does. Pretty bad stats. Poison type to start. Probably gets a second type when it evolves in this hack. Lacks legs. Look at the icon! That's new. I'm pretty sure that's part of the icons expanded. It actually looks like a snake now in the little icon. It probably... There's like 6 in the original, right? There's very few of those little spray icons. Danger Noodle! Now we're talking. I might be able to fit that in there. No, it's still way too long. We can get, like... Danger Nude. Yep. Perfect. I know I could shorten it to no vowels or something, but Danger Nude has, like, double meaning, so perfect. Let's go rest up, because I didn't think of it. For the future tubers, now that we're recording, I can't show off the cool Poke Center trick. Once we get to the rest center outside of Mount Moon, so a little ways away, there is actually a really neat little, or maybe it's further than that, actually. Ooh, I don't know where it is, but eventually there's going to be a little thing that speeds up the healing process, which is really cool. So at the moment, I am going to use Multi-Bird as my flyer for now. I don't know who else would be good to bring. We could bring... Like, this is another... A lot of these things you normally can't catch anywhere nearly this early, and by the time you can catch them, you've probably got preset Pokemons. I don't know if I've ever used a poisonous... Like, a poison type in Gen 1, because usually they're not very good. I'll have to think about it. It's still a long time before we need an established team. But let's see if we can find anything else in this little patch of grass here. Oh yeah, this is an interesting pick. So this is like our first actual elemental. Usually you can't get fire types for quite a while. This might be worth trying to use the fire dog. Hot dog indeed. Pretty good damage there. Now, if I remember correctly, Arcanine is a pretty good Pokemon. At least in some... I was going to buy more Pokeballs too, I think. Before the forest. I don't think it's a tiger, though. I'm pretty sure it's just a dog. We'll see. It's a puppy. Very protective of its territory. It will bark and bite to repel intruders from its space. Okay, it's just a fire dog. Literally just a dog on fire. Yeah, I mean, hot dog is pretty accurate, honestly. I feel like the dog is hot, therefore it is hot dog. Don't eat the hot dog. We'll go with that. So, first fire type, that would also work for the forest. Pretty like that would smush a bunch. Well, okay, he probably doesn't have any fire moves yet, but if he does learn a fire move at a reasonably low level, that hot puppy, I mean, it's not as good as hot dog. Hot paws, that's pretty good. Could have gone with hot paws. I'm gonna see if I can find anything else in this little patch of grass, but a fire type might be nice to bring pretty early. I don't really want to level up because it's already almost one-shotting things, so. Oh. What are you doing outside of your forest? Sure. I guess we'll catch one of these. I need to fill up that Pokedex. There's actually a... Well, it just wasn't meant to be. So we don't have to worry about the Caterpie. We can find those in the forest much more commonly, I'm sure. I feel like there's got to be at least one more in this patch that I've just not seen yet, though. I've just got a feeling. And my gut is telling me... Yeah, I gotta buy more Pokeballs. My gut is telling me that there's going to be another fire type here to match the fire dog. Because I... Just like how Nidoran, girl, and boy are on the same tile, I bet you the Romhacker put the two fire, mostly dogs, in the same spot. But I'm not seeing it, so maybe I'm not right. It shouldn't matter, but there's like one more grass patch to the north before the zone. Or no, maybe there isn't. Just the one. Let's put a countdown. We'll do 5 more random encounters with super speed. Alright. 4 more encounters. 3 more encounters. And at that point, I'll just assume we found everything that it's going to show. 2 more? I don't know. I already used count. I'm so bad at countdowning. I think 1 more. Alright. Probably this is 5, and I'll do 1 more for bonus round. Alright. Well, so much for that plan. Hopefully we caught everything. And whatever is missing was just... If there was anything missing, it wasn't just rare. It was just... well, the caterpillar, we know we didn't catch, but that's okay. Mostly it was just full of snakes, rats, and birds. A couple fire dogs. So I do have... Hot Dog is... I would say Multi-Bird, maybe Hot Dog might get some use. We certainly could use a fire Pokemon. That's a good type. Seeing as we didn't pick Charmander. Right, I go to we'll go to the store. We don't really have any new money, or at least not much. We beat up our rival, but we found the protein, remember? Outside of the Victory Road. Lots of money out of those. And we've got 7 balls. Enough antidotes, I think. I'm going to buy 10 more balls. Oh, a new feature, too. I don't believe the vanilla Game Boy one lets you buy multiples like that, either. So, if you've noticed that, that is a nice quality of life. I'm going to buy... just a few more antidotes and Paralyze Heal. If you could buy potions, I probably would, but... And I figure I should spend all my money. Because, you know, if I die, you lose half your cash, right? So, because we have basically no backups to our plant that generally doesn't do very good against bugs and birds, maybe I should... And I'm not over-leveling, or I'm not really grinding very hard. So, maybe we should... It's not the... I don't think, you know, the game doesn't end if you die. It's not a Nuzlocke, but you lose money, right? Yeah, that's definitely one of the plans I have for this Romhack, is to not just use... That's literally why I put that rule on the side, to not just use my standard team, because, well, I always do the same thing if no one stops me. Yes, we have a rat. I am going to the forest. This is not a very big maze, guys. You'll be fine. As long as you're at least 10, you can enter this maze. I came here with friends. They're trying to kill each other with poisonous bugs. Do you have a Pikachu? That's another one we're not allowed to use, because everybody friggin' Pikachu has been overused. Probably the most overused of all Pokemon. Alright. Whip it good. Level 6 rat versus a level 11 green dinosaur. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are, carnivores? Okay, this is what I'm sort of afraid of, is fighting birds with a plant. I don't know what level they get good... I know in vanilla... Oh, Pidgeys are so annoying with their friggin' sand thing. But they don't normally get an actual flying attack until quite a few levels in. One of the reasons they're a bad bird. But clearly in this hack, at level 6, this one has Gust. And that's gonna be a problem. Come on. We only got hit by like 2 sand attacks, but... It's bad. All right, we got through it. That's a classic sort of stall out, and with the flying attack, really good counter for Bulbasaur. If had a couple more levels, a little bit better stats, could have taken me theoretically. All right, last, give me your money. So yeah, it's gonna be like that. I only have 2 potions. I'm so glad I bought antidotes. If you do happen to know, if you're watching along, I guess we should try to catch it. If you do happen to know secret, like, search tiles on the map, you can mention it in chat, it's fine. Electric is good is resistant to grass, right? Or something like that. I don't want to kill it either, so... I mean, it probably won't have Thunderbolt or anything. Okay, I think... Has Thunder Shock. Alright. Critical hit for 2 damage. We're fine. We take half. This is a pretty basic fight, you know. Electric versus grass. Neither is really very good at each other. Get in this ball. Electric rat, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be a mouse, I think, but yeah. See, it says it's a mouse right there. The first of 500 electric mice Pokemon that have now been added to every single generation. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. It's a mouse that can destroy a city. A swarm of these just takes out any man-made structure. Yeah, we'll pick some nickname for the Pikachu here. Sparkplug. Could be. But we could do like a meta commentary about how everyone uses Pikachu. It's overhyped, maybe something like that. Like Ratatouille. That would be a good name for the Rattata, actually. I think just personal bias. This is on my basically personal banned list, so we're just gonna call them overhyped and throw them in the computer. Normally I would bring one because it's first electric access early game, but like, I don't actually want to use them this time. It is a bit overrated in general, but it is good in that you get it so early before you have access to good coverage. So having a reasonably fast lightning special attacker when you don't have any, and you're mostly fighting birds and bats, you know, it's hard not to bring them along if you're playing a normal run, but I know we have better options, or we have more options in this hack anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal. Alright, we do need to catch both of the worms. Can't not attack twice. Oh yeah, the icon for the inventory system. They don't have a unique one for all of them yet, but they improved upon the bases, right? There were very few menu icons for Pokemons in Gen 1, so they added a bunch. Some of them are better than others. Anyway, we have a worm. It's a worm with feet. I guess caterpillars have a fair number of feet. Well, no, it's centipedes and millipedes that have feet. Caterpillars just sort of squirm along the ground. They don't really have legs, right? They're worms. Worms what? Worms don't have feet, guys. It got me tripped up, but like it's not actually a... Anyway, it's a bug. It's probably got, other than maybe the fish, the worst stats of anything. It's got pretty long legs on its sprite there. Footworm. That's 2 for Footworm right off the bat at the same time. Well, you know, caterpillars do have legs. Well, today I learned. I thought they were just worms. You know, like a earthworm, right? Like, usually when you think of worms, you probably don't think they have feet. Footworm, yeah. It's now that we've talked about it so long, that's how it has to be. Even once you grow wings, you'll always be footworm to us. Alright. There will surely be another worm any second now. I guess we kill this guy for experience? I don't want to get too many level ups here, but I do feel like we're just kind of on the cusp of dying to one of these as well, right? Well, no. We're fine. It's the enemy trainers that are a bit of dangerous right now, because we're not at a very high level, and we've kind of got no backups yet. Oh, right, I'm supposed to be... Honestly, running into all of these Pikachus is kind of annoying, because I'd like to be training... Wait. Multibird is not a normal bird. It's a ground bird. Thundershock does nothing, like it would normally kill it. And bugs are just bugs that die to peck. Multibird is the best bird. He's designed to demolish this area. I do need to catch one of these anyway, but... Multibird sure needs the XP. Yeah, this guy's just gonna have a great time here. Man, he almost one-shots at the same level. Alright, poison. At least we didn't get poison. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy, and then we won't need to catch anymore. And it looks like the bird will just one-shot all worms, even just with like one level up. Alright, so we had footworm, or what we're gonna call stingworm, you know? It's the same thing, it's just a worm with a stinger. Sorry, it's hairy. Wait, does he not have legs? Remember, the caterpillar had the suction cup legs. Maybe this is actually a legless worm. But it gets a stinger instead. It's hair. Often found in forests, eating leaves. It has a sharp, venomous stinger. It's poison bug. No footworm. I mean, yeah. Hairy worm. I mean, that was the name they called it in the Pokedex. Hornworm. No footworm. I see 2 votes for no footworm, and seeing as that seems to be the defining line, we matched Nidoran and Nidoran, the 2 Nidorans kind of together. So, you know, we'll match the 2 worms kind of together as well. Maybe we'll try to do themes, right? Like all the Eevees have kind of similar names. That's a good style. I actually don't know if there's enough character. Yeah, no footworm is 10. It'll exactly fit. It's so dumb. Great. No footworm. Awesome. Well, footworm and no footworm. I will say, because they evolve so quickly, they're actually not the worst things to use early on. I remember using a Butterfree for a while on one of my early runs, because it gets like confusion and stuff, which is pretty awesome in a game where Psychic destroys everything. So I definitely have used them. Maybe that means I shouldn't use it again, though. Hey there, Rob. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Just kind of a late night surprise stream here because, you know, felt like I just should start trying again. My last day on my co-op board is tomorrow. There's the AGM, big meeting tomorrow night. And then I'm officially done. And I am taking a long, well-deserved break from all this volunteer board labor. It looks like the bird is slower than the worm that has feet, but is still going to win. The footworm. I love it when you get a level up in one fight. Alright. I know his HP is a little low, but I bet you if he just kill a couple more worms, he'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know if I can use a Beedrill just... It's like a giant wasp with hand stingers, right? Like, it's just... That's one of the more terrifying... If you were this kid running around the forest, a 10-year-old running around the forest, like, the caterpillars are bad enough, right? They walk... Like, they're giant caterpillars that stick to you, I guess. And the Weedles that poison you. But then you'd see a Beedrill and, like... Yeah, game over, man. Game over. 5... I don't know if we can... We need a low-level caterpillar, and we can just level up. But we're gonna have to go, maybe, get healed up here. Oh! Wow, that's not a usual early-game Pokemon. Geesh, yeah, no one. I've never used a Venonat either, because usually can't get these until like 4 gyms in or something. Yeah, they're off like in a weird spot, right? Like, aren't they south of your hometown or something? No, that's like Tangela's. These guys are near like the bird trainer area, I think. So south of the ghost town, I think. I don't want to kill it. I have no idea what their stats are, honestly. Like, sure, it's a bug, but I don't know if they're defensive or offensive or whatever. Looks like we get a shot before we'd probably get killed. Aw, man. Almost got it. Well, it's alright. We're just gonna let Multibird have a little break. We're not too worried. We'll catch this guy. I was not expecting to see this guy here, so definitely gonna catch him. That'll be 3 bugs. Assuming we get the catch. Alright. But the real question for this mothball is, does it have feet? Let's see what the Pokédex has to say about a Venonat. Lives in the shadows of tall trees, where it eats insects. It's a bug that eats bugs. It's attracted by the light at night. Doesn't say anything about its feet. It does seem to have 2 feet, though, at the close-up of the sprite. So, you know, it looks to walk on... You know, actually, you know what it reminds me of? Old TV show. Cousin It. Maybe not the eyes. Could just call it It. Kind of like the monster, the swamp thing. Just the swamp thing. I mean, I have no idea what these are for. I can't even imagine what you would do with a Venonat. I've never even had one in my team before. It also might hide out underneath the... it might just hide out under the sewers and kidnap children with balloons, so... For all we know, maybe that's what it actually does. I was trying to get a level up... No, wait, my bird died. We have to go back. Okay, let's do the backtracking a little speedy. I know it messes up the audio, but this kind of stuff just soaks up so much time in a run. It's just a Jigglypuff in like puberty or something. Yeah. Teenage Jigglypuff. Alright, I was trying to level up on some of these guys. We're gonna grind for a minute to get Multibird to like level 10 or something. I don't think it's gonna take very long. Once we get past the level, or like 1 or 2 level ups, we're just gonna destroy all bugs. I guess they're not that rare. That's the second of those. Worst case scenario, we get poisoned, I guess, and then I have to use an antidote. But I'd like this guy to fight some of the bug trainers. Now, we don't get a ground move. But both of these are going to be resisted, right? I guess double... No. Yeah, lightning doesn't... Electric doesn't resist fighting. Wow, what a strong early game Pokemon. This might legitimately be too strong of a starter. Ground flying, real good. A good fighting move and a good flying move to start with. That is so much better. I mean, I haven't checked the other ones out super closely, but that sounds so much better than almost anything we've seen. Anyway, let's just get him a couple level ups. I'm sure he'll carry us for a while. Like, he's not going to go beat... Actually, you know what? He would beat Brock, too. You could just call this guy our real starter. Because the double kick would destroy Graveler, or Geodude and Onix. Okay, it might get walled at the, yeah, at the water gym with Misty. The water would destroy it. Hey, you can't disable... Interesting. Venonat gets disabled really low level. So that would give you a build if you're trying to do like a competitive build. I'm joking. But like, it's an interesting option to throw at a low level... the ability to disable when enemies, like, people don't have a lot of moves. If you disable one of them, you know, It is random, though, so you might just disable something useless. Anyway, I'm on one more level up, and then we're going to fight some trainers, I think. Let's get that nice music for the level up sound. Level 7's probably fine. Alright. Let's battle. Bug trainer, I think, right? Totally. Kid with bug net. Does that mean he's even younger than us? Like, he doesn't even get a starter? He just has to go manually, like, tackle a worm himself and stuff it into a ball? I'll be taking that free XP, though. Thanks. Thanks, kid. Good work, wrangling that worm. I wonder if that's how everyone else, if you don't get a starter, if you're not related to Professor Oak, you don't get like an awesome overpowered starter at age 10. You just have to go catch your first Pokemon yourself. Here, have a butterfly net. Go catch a worm the size of your dog. Once you had one, you'd be okay, I guess. Then again, where'd you get the money to buy the Pokeballs? I mean, you might save your allowance up for a while to buy one or something, I guess. Mom, I want some Pokeballs for Christmas. But Johnny, last time you went into the thick grass, your older brother went into the thick grass last year with the Pokeballs we gave him, and he got eaten by rats. I want you to stay inside where it's safe. Not go to the forest with Beedrills the size of friggin'... I don't know, how big's a Beedrill? I feel like they're pretty big. Your uncle... When it's your time to die, when you're old age, just walk into the forest and let the Beedrills take you. Anyway, as expected, Multibird, I think is gonna win this whole place. I will use Bulbasaur though, don't worry, but this is just not a very good area for the grass types. Honestly, some of these trainer battles are probably gonna be so easy, I might speed them up a bit too. If I got a little bit more XP, maybe one more level, we'd probably be... Oh no! We'd be just one-shotting them, but this is going alright. Yeah, where are all your parents? Well, you see... Oops, don't change. They're all orphans because their parents were grabbed by Beedrills. The Beedrills let them live in the forest for a while, fatten them up, let them grow a little before they haul them away to the nest to put a parasitic larva inside their brains. The reason the population of Johto, I think is the name of the region, right, is so low is they just keep getting carried away by Beedrills every time you grow up. Lots of orphans. Just a lot of orphans. Yeah, and Professor Oak's like a bunch of single moms just giving away his Pokemons, sending the kids out to catalog all the killer monsters. Yeah. This land is at war with Pokemon. You send out children knowing that you give them a baby Pokemon and say you can make it stronger by killing 500 Beedrills in that forest to keep the population down so that maybe your sister will have a chance to grow up. You have to have waves of children constantly killing animals or they overrun you. Blue's Pokemon facts. Let's use that antidote. Multibird's doing a great job. I know I've got 2 potions. I just don't want to go back to town. I just wasted some money because I'm lazy. Just like real life. Trainer tips. Talk to Professor Oak. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, free Pokeballs just laying on the ground. Some kid dropped those when a Beedrill captured them. Some Beedrill stung him and carried him off, and he just dropped 3 Pokeballs behind. Never coming home. It's another orphan lost to time. Yeah, it's 3 feet tall, right? I thought they were pretty big. Big enough to carry a small child, anyway. Alright, we're gonna fast forward the random battles, because it's fine. There we go. Surprise! I'm gonna be the best! You're gonna be the best with what? 2 caterpillars? Oh no, yours caterpillar has a horn. Honestly, I think he should already be a Kakuna at level 8. I really like this duo right now. I mean, I'm sure any of the birds would be okay, but you know, we could run into a Pikachu, and this guy would be immune to Pikachu too. Like, it's just such a nice combo for this area. And the fighting type moves too. That means he would destroy like the cats, the rats. Oh, he's got an evolved worm, hard worm. If we ever caught one, I think that's probably the good name for it. Not even a caterpillar, just a hairy worm. Well, no, Caterpie was worm with feet. Weedle was hairy worm, if I remember correctly. I don't understand it. This is what happens when 10-year-olds animal reports get put in the Pokedex. Oh, there's a new move, Duskclaw, just making bird even better. I'll show you that off in the next fight. Yeah, the type, like the amount of good attacks this guy's got, like he's better than our starter already at level 10. It's crazy. Any guesses on any other Pokemons that would be in this area? Maybe some potions? Yeah, potions. Sure, one more trainer and then basically free. But we had a Caterpillar, a Weedle, we even had a Venonat. There's not very many other bugs that I think you can find here. I don't imagine they're gonna throw you know, the big boys, the Pinsir and the Scyther at us this early. I mean, they might. Maybe those are rare. Oh yeah, the buzzing sound of a 3-foot-tall bee. And like a swarm of them coming out of the forest. Like if you actually did have like a proper hive with like hundreds of them or whatever, right? We'll just, as we're playing through, we'll just catalog which would be the scariest Pokemon to meet in real life. So far, I don't think much could compete with Beedrills this early on, but... a lot of them are just annoying or generally bad, but... you know, child-sized bees... that'd be pretty rough. No, don't... If they opened with this guy, if they'd started with the Venonat, disabled Peck on the first fight, the first round... yeah, Mr. Mime's pretty creepy. Jinx, pretty creepy. There's... oh, right, I was going to show off Duskclaw. It's a ground-type move, guys. I have to use it at least once. Oh, come on, don't poison me. Hey there, M. Dobry. Yeah, well, I put a post in my Discord. Or no, I made a video, right? My 29-minute video. Life sucks. And I'm at the end of November here where I'm finally getting out of my co-op board stuff. So I'm trying to do some fun stuff like playing weird old Romhacks, but still better than what I used to be doing. Alright, so that's the last trainer. I'm not sure if there's any point taking any more random fights here. I think... I'll get the level up because we're almost level 11. But we've already seen this. Remember how I was saying this bird is perfect? So strong. We already have a ground type counter to lightning. And rock. And then, you know, all the stuff that's weak to ground. And he gets stabbed from it. This bird is so strong. So strong. Yeah, and see, we've got people paying monthly to see me stream, right? I gotta keep streaming or people are sending their money to YouTube for nothing. I do appreciate it, of course, but yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff. Funny. Right, I want to show the new move, right? So, Pokedex, Move Dex, and because this is not a vanilla move at all. Is it just at the end here? Duskclaw, yeah. So, ground move, 40 power, so low base power, ground attack. Basically the same as tackle and stuff, except ground. No additional effect or anything. So, nothing crazy. I guess it kind of replaces magnitude. It's not as strong as magnitude because it won't go from, you know, 1 to 10, which is just times 10 power, basically, I think. or something like that. But pretty reliable ground damage early on is real nice. Yeah, Dustclaw's definitely a new move. 100%. So I don't think there's any... I can't think of any other Pokemon that I would expect in Viridian Forest unless they wanted to give us rare encounters for Pincers and Scythers, but I doubt it. Bushes! Yeah, we don't know how to get past bushes. Look everywhere. And yeah, definitely a new one. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, it's already been an hour? Oh boy, we're an hour long into our episode. Well, there's another zone here that probably has some new Pokemons. Let's just take one and get nothing. But I guess we should probably end episode 2 here. Actually, ground works on poison as well. Man, this bird can cover so many enemies. It's literally the first one we've caught that's good. And I don't want to use anything else already. I'll take a little break here and think about who I want to use. Clearly, we've got a starter that's okay, I guess. And we've got a really awesome ground bird. I don't want to just use one, though, so we're going to want to find a balanced party. So I'll have a look at what I've got and what they learn and stuff, or what they know. And when we come back next episode, we'll deal with Pewter City, and maybe get a badge. Woo. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time.